Semi-truck no zones. Believe it or not, this semi-truck driver way up there, he would not be able to see this vehicle right in front of him. This is the first of 4 no zones for a semi-truck driver, and I want you to realize I'm showing you this one first because most people don't know about this one. Everybody knows about the 2 sides in the rear, but this is the one that most people forget about. So if you've got a semi-truck driver coming up on you, they may not be able to see you if you're right in front of them. So you need to accelerate, get out of their way, because they cannot stop or speed up very quickly. This is no zone number 2. This whole area is a no zone for the semi-truck driver. Notice all of this. This car is just a small component of it. All the way up to in here. Even though he's got a couple of big mirrors to try to help him with his blind spots, this is still all no zone number 2. No zone number 3. Very much like no zone number 2. Look at all this space that this semi-truck driver has no idea that you're traveling next to them. All the way up to here, again with the mirrors. They have no idea. So when you're traveling around a semi-truck driver on the expressway for long periods of time, you got to get out of their no zones. Only stay in them a brief second, because if they need to move over one lane to the other, they're not going to know you're coming. This is your last blind spot. This is your 4th blind spot. We talked about the first one up in the front, the second one on one side, the 3rd one on the other side. This is your 4th. Lots of blind spots around these big semis. The best thing I can tell you is stay away from them. That's the easiest and best thing to tell you. If you're traveling up the expressway with them, go past them, get away from them. Do not hang out in any one of their blind spots. By doing so, they're going to lose track of you, and they might just start to move over a lane, or slow down, or speed up into you because you've been sitting in one of their blind spots. Hey everyone, this is Terrell. He's a semi-truck driver. Terrell, thank you so much for letting us talk to you for a few minutes. Could you talk to the kids about what you do on the road, how long you travel each day, the no zones? Just maybe talk to us about what bugs you about normal vehicle drivers and what these kids need to realize.
The biggest thing that you should always keep in mind is safety. Is watching what you're doing, because you can get comfortable, too comfortable when you're driving the big truck, because it's so much bigger than the normal, than an average car. So quite naturally, the vastness of it is gives you a sense of macho sometimes. So you have to really watch that, and remember at all times you have to always watch out for the public and keep the public safety in mind at all times.
No, thank you. And as far as I mean, these kids are about to get their license and start driving around you. What kind of things do you want to let them know from your position of, hey guys, please realize that, you know, it takes a lot of time for me to slow this thing down or speed this thing up, or, you know, if I'm coming over in a lane, or, you know, what kind of stuff do you see out there that you can pass along to them when they're in their vehicle? Realize how difficult it is for you to drive.
Right. The thing about you have to look at your peripheral visions at all time. Those mirrors, those for a reason. All these mirrors, when I first came out of driving school, I said, wow, why do you need all these mirrors? But as I got after driving, you need all of these, all of those on that side, and if you had others, you could use those too. So the mirrors allows you to be cognizant of your overall environment. That's on both sides of the truck, the back of the truck, although you can't see anything on the back because of the trailer, but you still can imagine from the different views, from the different side mirrors, what's back there.
Right.
And the biggest thing, you got to always be doing this when you're driving. I mean, it's doing this, looking at those mirrors to the right as well as the mirrors to the left. You got to always be cognizant of your environment, because as soon as you don't follow the road as far as looking, then that's when somebody end up in your blind sight. You might have a very serious accident. Whether it's serious, all accidents to me are serious, whether it's a minor fender bender or whether it's something that's catastrophic. So the thing you want to do is keep your driving record straight, keep your driving license straight by trying to avoid as many accidents as possible, and you want to abide by the road signs and the laws of the road.
And then last question, what annoys you the most about drivers, I guess, around you?
The biggest thing is being cut off by the four-wheelers. Four-wheelers, we call four-wheelers are just the regular four-wheel cars.
Yeah.
A lot of times a car will cut in front of you not knowing. If you got a heavy load, it takes you almost 3 football fields to stop that truck if you got 60 miles an hour. So if a car jumps in front of you real quick and then it starts to slow down, you know, your stopping speed is much greater than it would be for the car. So you have to always be the defensive driver. And I found that with trucking, you got to always look at defensive driving as the #1 error. What the person, unexpected thing the person might do as far as cutting in front of you, trying to get to an exit ramp that they've missed, and trying to get over too quick, and then at the same time you have to stop to keep from rear-ending the person.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Thank you.